lost in the Lone Star land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. Candy coated slopes on the move tonight, magnifying glasses in the neon light. Bubblegum brains cracking every clue. True crime lollipops coming after you. Pop, pop, pulls the mysteries lock. Sweet detectives ticking like a clock. With sugar and grit, they won't stop. True crime lollipops gonna make it rock. Gummy shoe prints lead them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy sloop. No sour lies can escape the grip. These lollipops always.
Sebastian, sweet boy, where have you gone? The sun sets low, but we keep marching on. The wind whispers your name soft through the pines, a melody aching in these hearts of mine. Roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang like bells through the air. Now silence just lingers, it's more than we can bear. We carry your memory, a flag in our hands. Through shadows and valleys, through shifting sands. The roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang through heartache and pain.
Well, hello, my friends. How are y'all doing today? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Happy New Year's Eve. Woohoo! Can't believe it. Just 7 more hours and it will be a brand new year, a whole complete new start. Everybody gets a do-over. Well, hello, Miss Kathy. Hey, Cecilia. Miss Rhonda. Hello, Lori. Good to have everybody. Hey, SI. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Mama. Felicia. Hello, hello. Hi, Lisa King. How you doing? Valley Gal. Hello, hello. I'm out. Hello to you. TJ. Hey. Michelle. Geraldine. Hello to you. Let's see who else. Teresa. Hey, girl. Good to have you. Jacqueline. Hello, hello. Trying to scroll through, but not too fast because I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, Peggy. Hello to you. She said, I've been sick and going to the doctor appointment on Friday. Oh, no. I tell you what, everybody is getting sick. Sick, sick, sick. Goodness. Well, welcome everybody. I hope I got everybody. Thank y'all all for being here. Appreciate you. If you're just hanging out listening today, thanks for being here. We do appreciate it. Cecilia says, just love that background. Don't you wish it was your back porch? Oh my gosh, I would go out there all the time, take a book and a blanket and just snuggle down. Man, I would love it. Hey, tap dancer Lizzie, good to see you. So glad everybody could come in and join us today. Um, Man, guys, it's almost a whole brand new year. Almost a whole new year, new plans, new visions. Time to start fresh. I hope everybody is ready. I have to look at snow on here, Florida freezing, but not that cold. Same, girl, same. Oh, yeah. No, we're up to 65 today. It'll be down in the 30s tonight, but no, it got kind of almost warm here today. But Miss Rhonda said it's snowing at her house. She would be glad to share some snow. Oh, I got a nasty cold that's been shared by my lovely family. High fever, nasty cough. Oh no. Teresa, you take care of yourself. Man, sickness is bad right now. So bad. They say there's the flu is running around in a whole new different variant that they're not figuring out yet. Um, I will text Holly and check on her, make sure she's okay. I know, being that it's Christmas vacation time, we'll have to check on her. I'll definitely send her a message. But I hope everybody feels well, staying warm, staying inside, taking care of yourself, all the good things, because we want y'all happy and healthy for the new year. I see her in a chat, but I can't say nothing because I'm blocked. TJ, you went and got yourself blocked somewhere. Oh, hey, cool gamer. Good to see ya. 41 here today. Ooh, wee. Goodness. Goodness, goodness. Well, guys, hey, Kelly Holcomb, how you doing? Um, let's just say prayers tonight that this is the year that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers will be found. Let's pray that we don't have to go a whole nother year before we get the answers. Let's pray that little Michael Monkey Vaughn will be found and brought home to his mother. Let's pray that little Summer Wells is found. Let's pray that all those that are missing all over the entire world get found. You look at the news every single day, and there are people going missing by the handfuls every single day. Children are going missing. Teenagers are going missing. Even adults are coming up missing. Friends, we have a problem in this world, and there are, unfortunately, these young ones, they don't have a choice in what happens. Hey, Kai. Good to see you. And it's just a sad, sad thing. I made a post about the young girl in San Antonio, Texas, Camila. I believe it's been confirmed that the body found was her. There was a gun nearby, so they are doing some investigation with that, but yet they say there may not be, doesn't look to be any foul play. Friends, that tells you that what her family had said about her, you know, talking in the past about no longer being alive, people take things really seriously. They take a lot of things to heart, and there becomes a time where it just builds up to the point you can't hold no more on your plate. I get that. I get it. I've told y'all time and time again, and I'll continue to say it. After losing my son, I just could care less if I ever woke up again. I get that dark, deep place. But these kids, these teenagers, they need to know that those days, those dark, dark days, will not last forever. And it's just so sad and breaks my heart because no one should ever have to feel that way. But unfortunately, we live in a world where many people get to that point. Just remind your friends how much you love them. Remind them how important they are to your life, your family, your friends, your acquaintances. They are what makes you who you are. And a lot of times we get so busy in life that we just let that pass by and take it for granted that we're all just going to be here next time we decide to gather. So make this a year where you make a point to just smile at a person, say hello to them, give them a compliment, let people know you care, because you may make a difference in their life that day. You never know. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that with you because that young girl was only 19. She had her whole life ahead of her, and it just breaks my heart that she could get to a point where she felt there was nothing left. It's so sad. So, so sad. But, we have to keep going. Yeah, Miss Rhonda says problems are temporary. Yeah. Yeah, especially the young ones, they expect immediate answers. Unfortunately, sometimes those answers take time. Sometimes those answers take days, months, years, but it'll change. Things move, things change. Yeah, I'm out. They can't see any other way. It is very, very sad and heartbreaking that, that's even a problem in this world, but unfortunately that is the world we live in. Hey, Victoria, good to see you. And so let's just pray that these missing kids are found in the upcoming year. And let's just pray that if there's a way, maybe we can all be able to rejoice when they're found. So today we're going to talk about Sebastian Rogers in the area of Stafford Court. Before I go too far with this and we get into this too much, I want to make sure everybody understands that, myself, along with moderators, subscribers, and anyone in chat express their opinions. On this channel, we present speculation, possibilities, and show things found for everyone to decide for themselves what opinion they have. We are here for helpful purposes only. We're not here for drama, hate, or anything negative. Please respect all opinions. And as always, my content is not to be used in a negative way at any time. Anytime. Never, ever, ever. Now, come across 5D, who, I am a big fan of his channel. He does like a clip channel type thing. And his link is in the description of this video. And the latest that he put out, there was one little tiny segment. And so I clipped a part of his clip, but I give him all the credit for this. And guys, I want you to listen to this. It's not but just a minute long. And then we're going to talk a little more and go into depth. But listen to what the reporter has to say. Here we go.
Been no signs of Sebastian Rogers. Now, if you take a look at this video, it'll show you some maps showing just how much ground first responders have covered so far. In just the first 2 days alone, ground crews walked more than 2,000 miles. They're pulling out all the stops using helicopters, drones, ATVs, horses, canines. So far, there has been no confirmed sighting of Sebastian on any neighbor or business surveillance video or doorbell camera. Canines haven't picked up a scent either. All that search crews have found are some footprints leading away from Sebastian's house, but they say they led them nowhere.
So all they found, no dogs picked up a scent, no sightings, nothing at all. All they found was a set of footprints leading away from Sebastian's home. Let's listen to this again, guys. Pay attention to that very last part.
Been no signs of Sebastian Rogers. Now, if you take a look at this video, it'll show you some maps showing just how much ground first responders have covered so far. In just the first 2 days alone, ground crews walked more than 2,000 miles. They're pulling out all the stops using helicopters, drones, ATVs, horses, canines. So far, there has been no confirmed sighting of Sebastian on any neighbor or business surveillance video or doorbell camera. Canines haven't picked up a scent either. All that search crews have found are some footprints leading away from Sebastian's house, but they say they led them nowhere.
They lead them nowhere. Footprints. Footprints walking away from Sebastian's home, but the dogs did not pick up on his scent. Folks, that is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Because we see activity happening in their backyard at 3 a.m. We see activity happening just a few minutes later in the cemetery area. But yet we know, we've been told by TBI that all the video surveillance surrounding their home shows no car or person coming or going from their home. None. None. So what does that tell us? It tells us the back of that house was very active. Someone walked away from that home in the back, but it wasn't Sebastian, or the dogs would have picked up his scent. That's what that says. That is huge. The area of Stafford Court is where the TBI flyer says Sebastian went missing from that area. To go a little further into this, let me share some stuff, because we're going to look at a few things here just to get a good grip on what we're talking about. In that video, that little clip there, it was so huge. This is the day one search. It's like a little circled triangle there. And if you pay close attention to it, and let's zoom in, I want to show you something. If you can read right here, it says Kellen. That is Kellen Drive right here, okay? This is Kellen Drive. This is the road that leads out. Right here, this blue circle I put on this map because that is the approximate location of Chris and Katie's home. This is all of the construction site. All of this right here was a construction site. This in this area right here is the cemetery area. Okay, are y'all with me on all this? Now, we're going to go from here. We're going to scroll down. We're going to keep going down because I got another blue circle I added right here. I want y'all to pay close attention because this blue circle is Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse, from just behind Texas Roadhouse here, all the way over and up, is all part of the search area on day one. Do you see what I'm saying? Here's his home. Here's Texas Roadhouse. This was all within the search radius. Their concentrated search began here on day one. All the lines tell you whether it's helicopter, whether it's, ATVs. They have it all color coordinated and all the things so that they know what they're looking at. Let's go one step further. From Texas Roadhouse to 1008 Stafford Court. Okay, this is the directions that I put in. This is Stafford Court. Right here. This is Longfellow Pike. This is his school. There is the Shell station. Does anyone recall in the beginning there was something said about someone saw Katie's pull up at the convenience store gas station, the BP or whatever it's called, and another car pulled up beside them and someone got out and got into the other car. Keep this in mind. But if you look, there's two routes that you can take to get to Texas Roadhouse. The first route will take you down. It'll be 13 minutes. This other route will take you, it'll be 14 minutes. Okay, 14 minutes. At the most, 14 minutes. So there we go with our directions. We know that it only takes about 14 minutes at the most to go from Texas Roadhouse to 1008 Stafford Court. So keep all this in mind, guys, because we're seeing right here a still shot of Katie's car backing out of the Texas Roadhouse. This is the last sighting of Sebastian, is him sitting in that front seat of that car. When you look at it really close, 18:24:58 is the time. That puts it at 6:24, almost at 6:25 p.m. when they pull off. So we've looked at that search radius. We've seen the distance between the home and Texas Roadhouse. We saw the two different routes that it would take to get there. So guys, let's go one step further. They leave at approximately 6:25 p.m. is when they left Texas Roadhouse. At 7:09 p.m., Katie, her car arrives home. That is 44 minutes. It's only a 14-minute drive. On the longest route was 14 minutes. That leaves, folks, 30 minutes unanswered for. Katie tells us in all of her different interviews, they left Texas Roadhouse, and when they got home, it was approximately 15 minutes later when Sebastian supposedly took out the trash. What did Katie do for 30 minutes when we already know it only takes 13 to 14 minutes to get home? But don't forget, there's talk about this Shell station. That would only add just a few minutes in should she have gone there. So maybe she went to the Shell station just a little further up, sat there for 5-10 minutes, came back down. Maybe before she gets to her neighborhood entrance, did she go on off into that cemetery area there? I don't know, guys. I'm putting it out here as a real possibility. Because if you put it all together, and we show here from Texas Roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee to 1008 Stafford Court, 13 minutes, the most would be 14 minutes. So you look at it again. When they left at about 6:25, we'll give them just those 2 seconds. 6:25. They arrive home at 7:09 when the neighbor's camera caught them on video driving into the driveway. It's 44 minutes from 6:25 to 7:09, but it's only a max of 14-minute drive home. That leaves 30 minutes Katie has unaccounted for. Did this young man make it home? Did he make it home? There's a real possibility sitting right before our eyes right now to say he may not have made it home. SI, I have heard that very seldom does she drive into the driveway, but that night she opened the garage door, went in, and you did not see her exit the car until the garage door had shut before she ever got out of her car. I agree, Diana. I do not think it was Sebastian that took out the trash. No, I agree 100%. Because we saw the video, we've all seen it with our very own eyes. He is about just very little bit shy of being even as tall as his mother. He might be a little thinner than her, but they walked the same. They walked in sequence. They had on the same black tennis shoe with the white sole. Hey, hillbilly. Me and you, how y'all doing? So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree. SICP to me was there. I think there is something really huge. I'm going to stop this, but I just wanted to show you this. I broke this all down today, and it's like, whoa, where did Katie go? What did she do? She had 30 minutes to get rid of that young man. Hey, Kiki. Kiki, you might want to go back in a little bit and look. But here we have it. 6:25, they left the Texas Roadhouse. 7:09, her car arrived home, we'll say. That's a 44-minute time span. But it only took 14 minutes to drive home. And that leaves us with 30 minutes unaccounted for. Unaccounted for. Here's our timestamp showing where they're pulling out at 6:24 and 58 seconds. So we just rounded up to 6:25. There's a larger picture. 13 minutes one way to get home from Texas Roadhouse to 14 minutes to get there. 14 minutes, the longest route. But that Shell station was right there, and that cemetery was right there. Here's the search radius we show. Their house is right here with that blue dot, and then I circled the Texas Roadhouse, which was within the triangle of the search radius. Day one. So there we have it, folks. That is a 13 to 14 minute drive to go from here to here. But yet it took Katie 44 minutes. 44 minutes. That leaves 30 minutes total that she needs to be accountable for. Let me get off of here real quick so I can get back. Alrighty. Oh, Lord. You got trolled? Oh, goodness, Kiki. Can y'all hear the dogs howling? Oh, those dogs. Good God, they drive me nuts. I can tell every time that my son and his kiddos and all drive away, because this is what I have to listen to. Hold on, I'm going to holler at them, tell them to shut up. Hang on. Okay, I just got to tell him to stop. Yeah, when you get trolled, that's when you know you're hitting on some nerves. But you had a good live today, Kiki. You had a good one. And, you know, we've been talking a lot about the area of Stafford Court. The area of Stafford Court, to me, according to that very first picture that we showed a while ago, let me go back and pull it up for us here. Let me do this one. Here we go. This right here. This is the area that they believed day one where he ended up going missing from. They don't never tell us that he went missing from his house. Never have they ever said he went missing from his house. They said from the area of Stafford Court. Here's Texas Roadhouse within that triangle. Folks, I honestly believe that Sebastian disappeared somewhere within this triangle before that car pulled in the driveway right there. I honestly believe it. Day one, this is their area they honed in on. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy when you stop and think about it, because we've been going over all that timeline and everything there, and it tells us, that he went missing from the area of Stafford Court. Yeah, just like he was supposed to be in before midnight. That was a conversation that was had at one time, but yet they couldn't justify that, so that kind of slipped by the wayside and everybody just let it go. So many things we've been told, guys. So many things. But like I said, this clip, and I'm going to play it again for anybody who just come in and hadn't heard it, is off of the video 5D put out today. And this is just a tiny little clip, 38-second clip here. But listen to the last part of this clip closely, because it tells exactly what we're seeing.
Been no signs of Sebastian Rogers. Now, if you take a look at this video, it'll show you some maps showing just how much ground first responders have covered so far. In just the first 2 days alone, ground crews walked more than 2,000 miles. They're pulling out all the stops using helicopters, drones, ATVs, horses, canines. So far, there has been no confirmed sighting of Sebastian on any neighbor or business surveillance video or doorbell camera. Canines haven't picked up a scent either. All that search crews have found are some footprints leading away from Sebastian's house, but they say they led them nowhere.
Footprints leading away from Sebastian's home. But the dogs did not pick up a scent of his. And what do we see with that 3 a.m. photo? Oh, people moving around in the back of their home. What do we see just shortly after that 3 a.m. video? We see activity in the cemetery. Friends, we can twist and turn words around to mean other things, but when you have these facts sitting right in front of your face, it's hard to deny those things. It's hard to overlook all the things right in front of our face, especially like this. This has been sitting right in front of our face the whole entire time. Diana said, honestly, I think along that creek is where he is, that he is hidden under something, well hidden. Very possible, Diana. At this point, it is very possible for any scenario. But my question is, Katie Lynn Proudfoot, where were you for 30 minutes? You should have known the cameras at Texas Roadhouse would catch you pulling out and give an exact time that you left. Your neighbor caught you on camera pulling into your driveway at an exact time. We know it doesn't take 44 minutes to drive from Texas Roadhouse. We know at the longest, the most, we're talking 14 minutes. That leaves 30 minutes unanswered for Katie. You had your son in the car with you during that time, Katie. So please, 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 Katie, tell somebody what happened in that 30 minutes time. Oh my gosh. I just got your message. Me and you. For real. For real? On her live today. Doodle Mom, very possible. Very, very possible. That BP gas station on their way home. Let's take a look at that real quick. We'll pull that up too and look at it again because folks, this was hold on, I gotta open it first. This was something that was very much talked about. The BP gas station on their way home. Let's see here. I think it's this one here. Yeah, let me pull this. Alrighty, hang tight. Let me get this. Sorry, I shouldn't have closed it all. I had to go back and reopen. So here we go. How easy would it have been? Let's zoom in real good here. How easy would it have been for her to leave here, Texas Roadhouse, go here, go up here, follow that road, follow that road, follow that road, follow that road, all the way up here. And that BP gas station is right down here. I mean, it would be so easy. Let's see. Here it is. See? There it is. This is the high school, guys. This little, where this hand is at, underneath it is the football field. Then you have the cemetery. Then you have the construction site. Then you have the neighborhood. And right here is a Shell station, which, if you stop and think about it, has a road right here that goes all the way over here, right up into that area right there. There is a road with a gate. So to go from there over up into that cemetery would be so easy through there. And in the very beginning, they said that gate was not locked, it was broke. And all the locals knew that very point. They all knew it. Yeah, BP is BP Exxon. Maybe it's not a BP. Maybe BP was the one that somebody said along I-40 going. It was the one that they thought they saw Chris's truck at. But here's this Shell station right here. Here's this little road right here. that hooks up into this area right here. And we see cars and activity right through there. It's crazy. I know, right? I'm out says Ellie needs to connect the dots faster. 100%. 100%, guys. I mean, you stop and think about it. Where's Katie's 30 minutes at? If law enforcement has that time frame, if law enforcement knew she left Texas Roadhouse about 6:25, right at 6:25, she's about ready to put it into to drive and go forward out of her parking space. At 7:09, her neighbor's camera has her pulling in the driveway. That's a 44-minute time span, folks. It only takes 14 minutes. If we can figure this stuff out, law enforcement should know Katie Lynn Proudfoot had 30 minutes in that car. Where did she go? Because I'm not sure anymore that Sebastian ever made it home. And this right here gives her plenty of time to go wherever she wants to go and do whatever she needed to do to be part of getting rid of her son. It's crazy. And if we can see it, you know law enforcement can see it. You know they can see it. And it's all right here in front of our face. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy. That video clip, that 38 seconds, we learned so much. It was confirmed the dogs never picked up his scent. It was confirmed there were footprints leading away from his home, but they went nowhere. Good, Kiki, good. But if there's footprints walking away from his home, that tells us 100% without a doubt in anybody's mind, those footprints were not Sebastian's, because those dogs would have picked up on it. And they didn't, because they weren't Sebastian's. That young man did not walk away from his home, walk out the door and run away like his mother and his stepfather concocted their story and their version of what they wanted everybody to believe. Just didn't happen. Because you see, if he was barefooted, those dogs would have had a strong scent. Strong scent. Even hours and hours and hours and hours later, that scent would still be there. But there was nothing, no scent or anything. So does that tell us that he made it home but was carried out? Or does that tell us he never made it home? Because it can only be one of those two things. We know he didn't run out the door. We know he didn't walk out the door. We know there was no activity in the front of their home or on the side. Their garage door never opened. But the back had activity, guys. Lots and lots of activity happening in the back of their home. We see it at the 3 a.m. video. We see lights moving all around. And yet there were footprints walking out there. I just wonder if somebody intentionally made some footprints walking away from the back of that house on purpose. Because, hey, he ran away. Here's some footprints right here. Oh, but silly people. You see, there were dogs that came in, 18 to be precise. 18 dogs, scent dogs, cadaver dogs, all the kinds of dogs you can ask for came in, and not one of them picked up his scent at that house. It's crazy. But guys, it's right here in front of our face. Right here in front of our face. And I encourage everybody that hasn't seen 5D's video, go watch. Kiki, how sweet of you. Thank you, sweetie. That's a party, Lolly. We are ready to have us a party. We want Sebastian home. Biggest party Tennessee's ever seen will be that day. Yes, go sub up to 5D. He is awesome. And his link is in the description of this video. And I just took this tiny little clip out, and we'll play it just one more time because it's not very long, but the words that are said are mighty powerful. And this is at the very beginning of the search. The very beginning, first couple of days.
Been no signs of Sebastian Rogers. Now, if you take a look at this video, it'll show you some maps showing just how much ground first responders have covered so far. In just the first 2 days alone, ground crews walked more than 2,000 miles. They're pulling out all the stops using helicopters, drones, ATVs, horses, canines. So far, there has been no confirmed sighting of Sebastian on any neighbor or business surveillance video or doorbell camera. Canines haven't picked up a scent either. All that search crews have found are some footprints leading away from Sebastian's house, but they say they led them nowhere.
Woo-wee! No scent of Sebastian picked up by any of the dogs. No evidence that he ever left his house, but there was a set of footprints leading from the back of his home that led basically nowhere. Wonder what was going on in the backyard that night. I wonder how much of what we've seen, how much of what we've been told was going on. Like, let's just take the footprints leading from the back of his house. Were those all done intentional? Hey, Lolo. Was it done intentional? Was all the things done intentional, put in place and all that? Was it like, I don't know, the trash can being taken out? And then, she says the FBI verified it was Sebastian. No, they haven't. I mean, there's no way to look at that other than no, they've never confirmed Sebastian took that trash out to the road, or their flyers would say he was last seen at his home on Stafford Court. But their flyers, the Amber Alert, all the things say he was last seen in the area of Stafford Court. Can't put it any more clear as that. Teresa, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. How exciting, guys. Thank y'all so much. Man, that was so sweet of you. And to our new members, welcome to the South, y'all.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff down. We got enough to go around. So can I get a payment in? Welcome to the South.
Welcome to all those new members. And thank you so much, Teresa. That was so gracious of you. I love you and I appreciate you for that. Guys, you know, I wished we could come on here and say, okay, this is exactly how it went down. But we can't. All we can say is, this is what's been told to us. These are the things that have been said by his parents. That's it. That's all we can do. None of us were there. None of us have x-ray vision from our homes, wherever we may live, all the way to 100 Stafford Court. And so at the end of the day, all we can do is show these things. That's it. That's it. And when they tell you no dog picked up his scent, when Eric Craddock says, I didn't say that, his mother told us he had no shoes on. When they say, okay, we've been doing some investigating, we're going to change the Amber Alert, we're going to change the endangered child alert, because there is no evidence to show he went missing on the 26th, because he was last seen at Texas Roadhouse. Last seen. Where is it? Right here. Last seen in that car, driving away from Texas Roadhouse at 6:24 and 58 seconds. That's the last time he was seen. They go back and they change the timeline, because in the beginning, they took what the mother said. He was here in bed all night. And I get up and he's gone. Okay. There should be no need for anyone to question a mother about her child. But unfortunately, in this instant, there's no video evidence. There's no physical evidence. There is nothing to say Sebastian ever made it home. None. But the FBI and the TBI have gone back and they have changed that date. That's big, folks. Big, big, big. Every time Katie puts something out there, they're pretty much saying, no, that's what she says. That's what the mom says. And don't get me wrong, folks, I don't want his mother to be the one that has done something to him. I really don't. I couldn't imagine that horror. But Katie doesn't help herself when it takes her 44 minutes to get home on a 14-minute drive, and she has 30 minutes unaccounted for. You have to look at things, you have to question things, because something is not right. It's not right. And we know for a fact that Katie at 6:25 p.m. leaving the Texas Roadhouse was in her vehicle with her son. That's a fact, folks. That is 100% a fact. Did she make it home with Sebastian and in the home with him that night? We can't say. The only thing we have to go by is Katie's words. That's all we have. The whole narrative of Sebastian being a runaway was put out by Katie and Chris. Katie's very own words when she tells us, I don't know why he ran out that door. And friends, if you stop and you really think about it, 90% of the issues happening in that home and the trouble that Sebastian was enduring was from Mr. Chris. And if he wasn't in that home at that time, like he tells us he wasn't, why would Sebastian feel the need to run? I mean, there's questions and questions and more questions. And folks, I don't know what more law enforcement is waiting for. Like I said yesterday, I can only assume that maybe they just want to find Sebastian before anything happens. Thank you, Daniel, so much. Happy New Year's, Lollipop family. That is so sweet of you. And happy New Year's to you. Before we get off of here, I got a little something I'm going to play for y'all for the coming up New Year's. But maybe the door she's talking about was a car door. See, Joni, that's a good thought. Very good thought, Joni. Thank you, Daniel, for that. That was sweet. Yeah, maybe it was the car door she was talking about. Maybe he got out and bolted. Yeah, Michelle says they need concrete evidence just so they don't let them slip through and run. Yeah, very much possible. That could be what they're waiting for. It's just we hear Mr. Chris say all three parents have been vetted and cleared. No, sir, y'all haven't. Sorry. I know you know the answer already, but no, never happened. Never happened. We have a mother, a stepfather, and a father who are all three still suspects, not cleared. None of them have been cleared. Why? Do they have something on each and every one of them? I'm going to guess more others than some. You know what I'm saying? I do not feel like Seth did anything to harm his child. I do not feel like he had anything to do with getting rid of Sebastian. I just don't. I see a man these days who is grieving so bad. I see that. I feel that. I was that. But I also see a mother who goes on vacation 8 days after her child went missing. 8 days. Folks, you don't lose a child and go on vacation, especially not knowing where your child is. This young lady out of San Antonio, Camila Mendoza, almost, she went missing, and her mother has been upfront and center telling all the things about her daughter, the kind of person she was, what she liked to do, what she was wearing, all the things from day one. Her mother has talked to every news station out there. Her mother has been on the news, on the night news there, local news. She's talked to so many different people about her daughter because she wants her daughter found, because she truly does not know where her daughter is. Camilla's mother didn't, hire a lawyer and plead the fifth. Oh, I'm with you. I don't think Seth has anything to do with it. I really have no qualms about it. I'm just wondering, why will they not clear him? So if you have to look at things with an open mindset, you see a father, a mother, and a stepfather that are still all considered suspects. They're all considered not cleared. And so therefore it makes it very hard to push the narrative that one of them didn't do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you talk about the facts of the case, the facts are the three parents have not been cleared. I don't care how many times Katie and Chris tell that story, it's not true. None at all. And I'm fixing to make this statement, not trying to start any drama today, but there was a certain person that had made the statement on their live today that every finding should be turned into her or Seth. No, sorry. That is one statement I do not agree with. And it has nothing to do with me hating Seth or not liking Seth or thinking that he's even guilty. I don't. But that's not it. People need to look at this as, if he got information personally and there was no one else looking into things, he's going to go, he's going to dig in, he's going to take things under his own hands and handle it. He doesn't need to be the one that might actually find Sebastian. Because the fact is, he has not been cleared. And no YouTuber should be given all the information. Folks, that's the God's honest truth. Any information, if a someone in my chat right now had a tip and says, hey, I don't know what to do with this and I don't want to get attacked, here you go, and handed it to me, I'm not doing a live stream about it. I'm not sending it to Seth. I'm not going to get that man's hopes up, and I'm not going to do anything to make his hopes go way down. I'm going to send it to law enforcement and let them check it out first. It's the way it's done, and it's done that way intentionally. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, she don't like Seth because she speaks out and doesn't say that he's innocent. I can't say that he's innocent because law enforcement has not said that yet, guys. We have to see the whole picture. Now, you want to know what I feel in my heart? Seth did nothing to his son. That's how I feel. But if you want to do things by facts, Seth is still considered a suspect. And that makes it very hard and very difficult. And I don't understand why. But I'm just a YouTuber. I am a person sitting here on a live talking about this young man and his case. And I don't deserve all those answers. I could guess. I could speculate. I could do all the things. But at the end of the day, that's all I could do. I can give you my opinion. I can tell you, hey, this is what we know, but it's not been confirmed, and all the things that I say all the time on here. But no, I'm not going to ever sit here and say, if you have information, send it to me or send it to Seth. No, on both accounts. I don't want that man's hopes to be a roller coaster ride. Let the people who do their job and find out before saying anything to Seth. It's all so crazy. But that man is on an emotional roller coaster ride from hell right now, guys. Don't turn that roller coaster ride into a roller coaster from hell with flips and turns and twists and jumps, and just don't add to that for him. They do. Katie and Chris want Seth to be considered a suspect because, that doesn't just put them in the spotlight. I agree with you, Kai. I agree with you. They want to do anything and say anything. They're putting all kinds of narratives out there just so we focus on something other than what we know. And that is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is missing, but yet he was never seen leaving his home. A dog never caught his scent. But we know there was activity in the back of his home at 3:00 in the morning. We know there was activity in the cemetery just minutes later. Come on, guys. We know Katie had 30 minutes of unaccounted time with her son in her car. She holds the key to every bit of this. She holds the key, guys. She's the one that left Texas Roadhouse with Sebastian, and he's never been seen since. Katie holds the key. She knows all the things. And yet, she's the one that pled the fifth. She's the one that got a lawyer and invoked her Fifth Amendment right and is not speaking. Not her husband, not her in laws, not her family. No, Katie, the one in the car with Sebastian last. The last person with him is his mother, and therefore she becomes the number one suspect. Number one. Does that mean she did something to her son? I don't know. I don't know. Does it mean that she passed him off? I don't know. We don't know because Katie's the one that pled the fifth and no longer speaking. She didn't like the way the conversation was going with law enforcement, and she called her husband to rescue her. Exactly, Kai. If a person is innocent, why get a lawyer? There is only one answer. Oh yeah, Michelle. CP done told us of first week this is gonna be a case to be studied for years to come. Katie wants to make a big fuss over how did Seth know he was gonna need help paying his bills. Well, how did your husband know this is going to be a case to be studied for years to come, Katie? How did your husband feel that he had the right to say, what if this thing goes south? What if he's dead? Day one. I mean, it's the craziest case ever that I've ever had to deal with. It is insane how we can see so much, but yet nothing's happening, nothing's being done, nothing is getting resolved that we can tell. None, nothing. It's crazy to me. Insane crazy to me. What more can we do? I wonder if Katie told them what she did for that 30-minute time span. I mean, it's crazy. I cannot wait for the day Sebastian is found. I want to watch the perp walk because I'm going to be playing all Suki Suki now when it happens. Trust me, we're going to do it. I want to sit in that courtroom while it all happens. You like that one, YouTuber. Oh. Oh, Lori says, from what I heard last night, KK had been in Cali for months. I heard that her and Mr. Chris and his whole family was in Canada for the holidays for Christmas. They've been there for quite a while. I hear that their house has another family living in it, no one we know. but there's a private sale happening. There's a private sale happening so that it's off the books, off the records kind of thing. I know, Kelly. I know. He's so gross. He's so disgusting. Michelle says, my neck of the woods. Oh, hell no. Ain't happening. So, I don't know. Hey, guys, hold on for just a minute if you don't mind. I'm going to play a little music for you just to get something real quick. Hold tight. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you for hanging in there. Um, Me and you. I hear it's not Crabtree. Mr. Chris helped Crabtree move into an apartment. That's what I heard. Right? I'm out says I don't think there will be a trial. Cowards, flee out. Look at Brian Kohlberger. Yeah, Crabtree was staying there. He was. But there's a mother, a father, and 3 little kids. Just saying. People talk in that neighborhood out there. Right, Lisa? They'll probably move out of the country to get away. I think they're running scared right now as we speak. I really, really do. Right. Ooh, Lord, I tell you, you know, Katie had a choice. We've all talked about that before. She had the choice. She could have ran then with her son to keep her son safe. But she didn't run because I honestly believe a certain someone had her convinced we got this. Man, we got people that support us over here, people in our back pockets over here. Mom's got it all figured out, set up, and everything. We're good. Hey, KK, how you doing out there? Because I hear you're not doing so well, sister. Not doing so well. Yes, I'm out. From what I understand, Canada will only extradite if the DP, the D penalty is dropped. Yes. Oh yeah, and all that corruption will turn on her. Just ask any of the other wives. Good golly, yeah. You know, my granny always told me when I was raising my kids. You know, my mother died. I had little babies. They were little. And as my kids were growing and everything, my granny was right there. And, you know, she always told me how proud she was of me to make my kids mind, how very proud she was of me that I made my kids be accountable for their actions. She said, one day she told me, she said, you know, she said, Jared went to school and he actually apologized to Mr. Winfrey for mouthing off in class yesterday. My granny knew everything because my kids' teacher was all there. Most of them went to her church, and one teacher in particular drove the church bus for her, picked her up every day. She kept up with my kids, and she told me how proud she was of him for doing that, because she said when kids cannot take accountability for themselves when they're young, you as a mother will spend the rest of your life getting them out of their own problems. She said, you'll wear yourself down. Let them learn how to be a good person when they're young, and they will continue that path when they're older. I think somebody didn't get that lesson when he was young. Oh, he does, Kai, doesn't he? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He does. I know, right? Stop enabling him. Time for him to grow up, because, you know, when all of this goes down, let's say, just a scenario, Katie and Chris go down. His mother and his stepfather go down. His sister goes down. I don't know, just throwing stuff out here as a scenario. Who's going to be left to take care of him? How's he going to make it without mommy taking care of stuff? Mama's going to be worried about herself. They're all going to have to worry about themselves. Wife number 7, Michelle says. He'll be one of these weirdos that gets a pen pal going. Oh, I never understood that. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it does take a toll on your health when you're living through a nightmare. It really does. Your body reflects how you feel after a certain time. And it can't be a fun life they're living. They can run and run and run. But guys, they can't outrun what happened that night when Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers disappeared, but yet there's no evidence that he did any of it on his own. I have a feeling things are starting to stack up against them. And I honestly, in my heart, believe that law enforcement feels that if they don't find Sebastian before they file charges, those people are just evil enough, never, ever, ever. Just like Stacey Wondra, just like all of them over there in the Michael Vaughn case. They will never give up where that child is. Okay. Thank you, me and you, for letting me know. Yep, there it is. All right, guys, listen, the mob crew is going live. And I know most all of us are in his chat over there following. And so I'm going to get off of here and let y'all go. Before I do, for anybody and everybody, this is for you. We're going to do a little early play here, but here we go. Good night to all my friends. May tonight you have a good night. Get some rest. Wake up bright eyed and cheery for a brand new year, a new start, do over time. Let's go bigger and better and harder than ever to bring these kids home in the coming year. I love you all so much. I am so grateful to have y'all in my corner. I'm so grateful. And I thank each and every one of you. Y'all have a super great night and Happy New Year.